Hello viewers, hope you're doing well. Today in this video, I'm going to create post book form in our React.js application. So let's get started. Let's navigate to the VS Code. As you can see, a post book component. So inside the post book function, let me create a use states for a conditions, genre, book and the loading. So the first use state there for a conditions. Let me initialize this with the use state. And it will be a type of array. Inside this, let me hardcode a few conditions. So the conditions are new, like new, used good, used acceptable. After that, we have a use state for a genre. Let me initialize this with the use state and it will be a type of array. Let me hardcode a few genres. As you can see, the list of the genre. I will share the condition and the genre in the video description. You can check it out. After these, we have a use state for a book. Let me initialize this with the use state. Inside this, let me define the field for a book form. So the first that we have title. Let me initialize this with an empty quotes. After that, we have an author. After that, we have a description. After that, we have a price. Let me initialize this with 0. After that, we have a genre. After the genre, we have a condition. After the condition, we have a addition. At the last, we have a image URL. After the book use state, let me create a state for a loading. Let me initialize this with the use state and it will be a by default false. After creating these use states, let me create a function with the name handle input change. Inside the argument, it will get an event. Now inside this function, I'm going to extract name and the value from a event.target. We have to extract these from a event.target. The name is a book form field like title, author, description, price, genre, condition, edition, or image URL. The value that we have the actual values of these fields. After extracting these, I'm going to check here the field. If the field is price, then we have to convert the price value into the integer. So let me call here the function that we have parse int. Inside the argument of this function, we have to pass here the value that will be a type of a string and the radix that will be a type of a number. So first let me pass here value. Second we have a number radix that is a 10. If the field name is not a price, then we have to return the value as it is. On the left side, let me initialize a variable with the name numeric value. After converting it, let me call here the use state that we have set book. Inside this, I'm going to clone the form values. First, let me pass here the name. After that, we have a value of the field that is a numeric value. After that, we have a function with the name handle submit. So it will be async. Inside the argument, it will get an event. Now inside this function, let me call here the use state that we have set loading and we have to make it true. After that, I'm going to add here console.log to print the form values in the console. After that, we have to make the set loading state to false. Here, I'm going to add JavaScript function that we have e.prevent default. So basically, this function will not reload the page while submitting the form. After creating these, I'm going to add the HTML code inside the return statement where we will create a post book form. So as you can see, the return statement. Let me remove this h1 tag. So here I'm going to add a React fragment. Inside the React fragment, let me add here the tag for a theme provider. Let me create this object on the top of the post book function. So it will be a const default theme. Let me initialize this with the create theme. After creating the object of the default theme, let me add the container tag inside the theme provider tag. Inside the container tag, we have a tag for a CSS baseline. After that, we have a tag for a box. Now inside the box tag, we have a tag for a avatar. Inside the avatar tag, we have an icon for a book. After the avatar tag, we have a tag for a typography. Inside this, we have a caption of the form that is a post book. After the typography tag, we have a tag for a box. On the box tag, we have an event that is a on submit. On this event, we are calling it the function that is a handle submit. Now inside the box tag, we have a text field for a book form. As you can see, the text field for a image URL. On this text field, we have a few common HTML properties. After these properties, we have a property that is a value that we use to set the default value of this field that we have book.image URL, as you can see. After the value property, we have an event on change. On this event, we are calling it the function that is a handle input change that we'll use to clone the input field value. After that, we have a text field for a title. As you can see the property that we have value book.title. After that, we have an event on change where we're calling the function that is a handle input change. After that, we have a text field for a author. As you can see the property that we have value that is a book.author. After that, we have an event that is a on change. After that, we have a text field for a description. As you can see the property that we have value that is a book.description. After a value, we have an event that is a on change where we're calling the function that is a handle input change. After that, we have a text field for a price. As you can see the property that we have value that is a book.price. After that, we have an event that is a on change where we are calling the function that is a handle input change. After that, we have a drop down to select a genre. As you can see the tag for a form control. Inside this, we have a tag for a input label with the caption select genre. Inside this, we have a select tag with the property value book.genre. After that, we have an event that is a on change where we are calling the function that is a handle input change. Inside the select tag, we have a tags for a menu item. First tag with the caption select genre. After that, we have a list of the genre. As you can see, the array name. We are calling here the array to show the single genre name in the form of a menu item. As you can see the property of the menu item that we have key and the value. The value we will send to the server and this is the label that for a show purpose. Now after this drop down, we have a drop down for a conditions. As you can see, form control tag. Inside this, we have a input label with the caption select condition. Inside this, we have a select tag. On the select tag, we have a property value book.condition. After that, we have an event on change where we are calling the function that is a handle input change. Now inside the select tag, we have a tags for a menu item. The first menu item with the caption select condition. After that, we have a menu item that we'll use to show the condition in the drop down. As you can see the array that we have conditions. Now after that, we have a text field for a addition. On this text field, we have a property that is a value book.addition. After that, we have an event on change. At the last, we have a button with the caption post book. As you can see, a button tag where we have a property disabled where we are checking a fields title, author, description, price, genre, condition, addition, and the image URL is empty. Then we have to disable the button. Now inside this button tag, we are checking here the loading value. If a loading has true, then we have to show here a circular progress bar that we have a loader. If a loading has false, then we have to show the caption that is a post book. Now after the theme provider tag, I'm going to add the tag for a backdrop. As you can see, a tag for a backdrop. Inside this, we have a tag for a circular progress that we have a loader. On the backdrop tag, we have a property that is a open where we are checking if a loading has true. Then we have to show this loader on the screen, otherwise not. Let's go on the top and let me add the imports of the material UI components that we are using. So as you can see, the imports of the material UI components. Now you can take a look of the post book component. Now let's go back to the browser. As you can see, a post book form. So let me fill the form. The warnings in the console we got on the drop down of the general. Let me check what is the issue. Let's go back to the VS Code. As you can see, a drop down for a general where we have a property value book.general, and this is the book use state. Let me update the field name that we have general. Sorry, my bad. Now let's go back to the browser. Let me refresh the page. Let me fill the form. As you can see, a drop down for a genre. Let me select a genre like law. Addition, let me add here second. Now let's click on the post book button. As you can see the console where we are getting here the object of the book with the following fields. So that's all for now from my side. If you have any confusion, you can do comment. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.